This is BOTCAST, the Botheads Fantasy Football Podcast, and we have a pretty good show today. We're going to talk about Baker Mayfield possibly becoming a Saint because the Saints suck and have no cap space, and they need somebody to play quarterback. We're going to talk about the Giants possibly losing SAQUON to give Daniel Jones a ridiculous contract because they're the Giants. And Aaron Jones and his restructure. We're going to talk about how that affects Green Bay in the backfield and how that's going to go with fantasy. But before we get started, we're posting on Twitter, YouTube, and Rumble. So follows and subscriptions are really awesome. Plus, it will really help the algorithm for likes and comments. So if you guys could help us out, shoot us a comment. Let us know what you guys think. That would be awesome. We got the whole crew today. How y'all doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Officially into the off season.
Good, man.
It's weird, man. No
A couple
football.
of days. Yeah, it's weird not doing the podcast this weekend, but
It was
life
weird not
gets in the
watching
way.
football on Sunday, man. I was like tripping yesterday, like, what the fuck?
I'm still riding
I hate the
Super
off
Bowl
season.
high.
You should be.
Just had a couple of trades out this week too.
You're saying you're really holding on to it, huh?
Nothing came back, huh?
No, not yet.
Oh, yeah, we should talk shit
Oh
about
yeah, something did come back. Keith quit.
Oh, that's pretty brutal. Yeah. Forgot
Yeah,
about that for a
dude.
minute.
It's
Funny,
not,
Josh sent him a
He's
trade
just like,
offer, and he
"Yo,
responded with, "Yo, I'm not
done."
playing anymore." Your trade
I'm
offer
like-
was so bad.
I'm
That's probably what
just
happened.
just hit
It wasn't. I
accept
saw
that
it. It
and then
wasn't that
quit,
bad.
bro. I was trying to get some old players because
Trying to get DeAndre Hopkins, bro. So it wasn't that bad of an offer, trust me.
would you send him for it?
He's
I might
old
have
as
heard.
dirt.
I might have heard a rumor that Michael Thomas or
Oh,
DeAndre Hopkins
here we
might go to Kansas
go.
City, so I'm
Just
trying
like
to get
last
those.
year, you went and
DK
traded for
Metcalf.
DK Metcalf at the height of his fucking. He paid so much for DK, and then he didn't go to the Chiefs, and then you just sold him.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because he said, and I quote, "I'm not gonna go play in that cold ass weather, so he can go get fucked, bro. We don't even want DK Metcalf on prestige worldwide rosters, bro."
Does Seattle
Yeah.
not get
I
cold?
traded CeeDee Lamb for him too, bro. I don't even care.
When you're at,
fucking
yeah,
bummed,
I
too.
traded all my players away from all that shit. I'm stupid too, so. Damn, I was feeling pretty good until you said that, and I
I
remember
did
Hey,
remember
if
you sold CD Lamb too.
DeAndre Hopkins right now, I can buy in the cheap, but if he goes to Kansas City, nobody's gonna sell him on the
He'll-
cheap. So if I hear a rumor, I might buy the old player, and then if it misses, then it misses. You know.
And when you're trying to buy from a team like that, whose team average age is like 39 years old, legitimately, like who doesn't have any picks. So they have this person who doesn't have any picks. They sold out all their picks to try to win, right? They have all these old ass players. They just traded Joe Mixon for Alvin Kamara.
And like a third-round pick. You got Alvin Kamara and a third-round pick for Joe Mixon.
At the very end of the
Disgusting.
season.
You guys
to
know
try
how
to-
we all feel about Alvin Kamara, dude. with
How
the
much older? What's the
suspension and
age
shit.
difference between
And
Kamara
then-
and Mixon?
28
Turns
to
out-
26 plus the suspension for Kamara. Sorry, Randy, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry,
No,
Randy.
no, you guys are good. It just turns out that he's not having fun anymore and doesn't like fantasy football. It's like,
I
Let's
know
see if he
Cole
quits
Pseudo
B-Town.
defended him too. He was like,
Really?
"Well, last year he said he was going to quit too." It's like, yeah, last year's team was old and shit with no picks too.
he
What do
still
you
thought he had a
mean?
chance last year, probably. He's like,
Yeah.
can I win?
See
Yeah,
if he quits
almost.
B-Town, dude. If he doesn't quit B-Town,
He's
then
not quitting B-Town. I already asked Cole. I don't think he's quitting B-Town. I told Cole that I'm probably going to quit B-Town then. I don't
I
want to be on a
would.
team with him and he's going to fucking trade. He already has no picks in B-Town too.
Yeah.
Already
And your
zero
reasoning
picks.
can't be that you don't like fantasy football anymore and you're not having fun, and then you quit the leagues that you're doing dog shit in that you already fucked up, and now we're stuck trying to fill the spot of the dog shit team.
Man.
They were going to be in a year though.
Andy's
Like,
is
he was
still
letting it
good.
go.
Andy's
Yeah.
is still good. The Dingleberry roster is getting rough. He has this year.
He
You
can
can
fix
still
it, though.
rebuild it right now, but we need somebody. We can't just have anyone take the team because we need somebody that's going to be active. We need somebody that wants to rebuild, that wants a year for free to rebuild that motherfucker because you got to get off Zeke. You got to get off James Conner. You got to get off his other old running backs that are slipping. Alvin Kamara and whatever. He's like another older running back. He's got like
Hopkins.
Stephon Diggs,
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins. He's got old players that can still be worth something. You know what I mean? And you just keep Pat Mahomes and build around the rest of the team. I would literally keep Pat Mahomes and trade actually every single
Yeah.
other piece I could trade. Seriously, that's what I would do. Because you can have Pat Mahomes for 10 years and at least you have that as like a centerpiece of your rebuild. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and everything
that's
else,
one QB too.
God.
He got these old players
got
and held
Kittle.
them tight though, and he wouldn't
Kittle's
do
height
anything.
too. Still,
He
he could have some years
just
left.
went all in every time. And
Adding
Every
Kittle
season
into a
sometimes.
deal would be good to like make somebody make a deal with you, though. You know what I mean? So I feel like you might have to get rid of Kittle too. So
He could even trade Mahomes. It's crazy and like blasphemous as that sounds, because you could get another.
You're not gonna
quarterback
get
and
that
like a
much
first
Doesn't
round.
make any
Um,
sense. It's a one quarterback league.
exactly.
That's
You gotta
right.
keep him.
Dingleberry.
And the
You're
only
not gonna
trades
get
that will
that
come
much.
across is like
QB one for the
Joe
next
Mixon
10
for
years,
Jonathan
maybe.
Taylor or something stupid as fuck. Like that's the only type of trades that I would get is like two old players for two young players that are both better. or like a young running back, and like for Joe Mixon a fourth, a fifth, and a third. It's like, dude,
I would just feel bad if like all three of us left B-Town and the league literally collapsed. And my
I don't
team is
give a
really good
fuck.
too. It's hard to lose
don't
it.
make
And
a
it's my only
commitment,
share of
dude.
a lot of players I like. I know, but
It pisses me off so bad.
My only share of Garrett Wilson.
selfishly, it's my only share of ETN, my only share of Devontae Smith, and I've got Devontae Smith with Jalen Hurts. I've got frickin' Travis Etienne, DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor, a
Yeah.
bunch of other players. I love the team. You know what I mean? I got DK Metcalf, Drake London, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle. I love the team. So
Yeah, I love
I
my
don't
team.
want
It's
to
the team
leave
I
the
got.
team,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here while Keith literally trades all of his picks for the next fucking 3 years and then decides,
quits.
oh, he doesn't really feel like playing anymore, you know? And it's like, that's shitty as fuck to me. I'm sorry. And I get
My
Andy's
whole-
good, but that's a $20 league versus the $50 league that he fucking ruined. So
Yeah, he weighed his options. A $20 league is worth getting rid of to not lose his $50 in a league that he fucked up, basically, in my opinion. Like, you can't use that as an excuse. You can't be like, I'm not having fun with fantasy football anymore, and then stay in the leagues, in other leagues that you're in Dynasty. Like, you make a commitment to play in Dynasty, it just pisses me off. I'm gonna talk shit to him and call it. I don't give a shit. In B-Town, it's like, oh, are you having fun in this league? You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a stupid. Don't use that as an excuse, dude. Say, hey, I don't want to play.
Trade
Like,
all the
okay, cool,
fucking
be a man. Like,
picks, the whole team's future, and then fucking quit. It's so lame, dude.
And
And
Josh
Mike-
called it.
wasn't you, Mike, that looked at B-Town? And you're
Yeah.
like, he has no picks in this league. Yeah, there's like fourths and fifths. That's
It's
it.
a third and a fourth, I think.
Damn.
That's why, like,
I don't
leagues
know.
that we make from now on, we have to limit the picks that you can trade, dude.
Agree with
Yeah.
100%.
One,
I like that a
maybe
lot.
2 years. Like, we can do 2 years if it's a league that we know the people more, but like, this is ridiculous, man. We gave people too much freedom, and now they're just fucking.
it's
I feel
a
like-
super weak move.
I
in
like my
opinion.
government with a lot of freedom, and my fantasy football leagues a lot of authoritarianism.
Some
We're
leagues
not
it's okay
bad.
though, like, you know, because like
I want to have fun and let people do
Prestige.
whatever they want, you know?
yeah,
Yeah,
Prestige,
we're not
I think,
bad
is
with
some
that.
bullshit. But
I just think it's weak and a bullshit excuse. If you don't want to
Oh,
play,
I
don't play.
agree. I agree with that 100%.
I don't want to play because I'm not into it anymore, but I'm going to stay in my other leagues that you guys are in. Like, it's just stupid. I can't wrap my mind around it.
I even said, like, when it happened, like, what, because of draft picks?
I think he picked the right person to message, though.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Did he think you were me, Josh, or like?
I don't know. I sent him
We have
the
the same
trade,
last
he
name,
sent it to
maybe.
me, and I'm just like, I just screenshot it and sent it to you. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I was rolling dough and I just saw it. I just put LOL. That's all I sent back. I was like, God damn it, dude. I knew we were both thinking the same thing, though. You know.
Yep, 100%.
All right, let's get
this one coming. I thought it was gonna happen in a year.
one more year. I thought he would wait another year till his Dingleberry team was actually fucking like rock bottom.
Yeah, it's on
nothing.
its last
Because
leg.
now
You can
it's
still
He
have
can
yourself a
trade
stud.
those players right now, though. He can get rid of
team
Zeke
is
right now.
for sure replaceable, 100%.
But
in
like I
2
said, we
years,
need
it
somebody
might
that
not have
wants to do it. Somebody that wants to be active, that wants to make moves and rebuild, because that's what it needs. It needs a full rebuild. And like, if you look at your team and it's a full rebuild, and you're like, you know what, I don't feel like playing anymore, you're probably a fucking cocksucker. I'm just saying, dude. Like,
If you don't have
it is
any
what it
first,
is.
second,
I
or
don't know the
picks.
guy personally. He was okay when we played in leagues with him, but that's just such a shitty fucking thing to do, man. Like, just say, because like other teams are rebuilding and other teams are not going all in, and then you're just going all in like that crazily. You're fucking those other teams over who think that this league's gonna go on for a while, and you're now gonna get punished for going all in. You know what I mean? But now you're gonna totally get away from the punishment at all. Never rebuild your team and just say, well, you know, guys, I just don't feel like playing
Yeah.
anymore. But I'm gonna play in all my other leagues with my family and other leagues that I haven't fucked my shit up with. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
trade
off.
all your picks away and make yourself a fat 3-year window right off the rip. And if it doesn't work, quit.
Did you notice,
That's like
Josh? He
literally
said
the worst thing about Dynasty.
both leagues. He said that.
Yeah.
In both leagues. I really feel like he toyed with the fact of trying to stay in Andes. I really do. But anyways, I don't want to make this a whole talk shit about some guy I don't even know.
Oh, you think he was trying to
so.
stay in Andes?
A little. I think he toyed with the idea, just the way that he worded it to you, when he was like, "I think I'm just gonna quit both leagues or whatever." It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, if you're quitting one, I'm kicking you out of the other one, dude. So.
Right. Especially if you're quitting Dingleberry. If you quit
Yeah,
Andy,
Dynasty
Yeah.
Dynasty's so much fun, but you really need a good solid group to keep it going. Like,
And this is our longest one.
And I feel like we have 7 or 8 solid people, but you need 10 to 12. You know what I mean? So it's kind of rough. So we'll see
and
though.
I'll pay for
We'll
4
figure
years
it
in a
out.
row without having a chance to win. Like, if I'm in that
I do
position.
it all the
Try not to
time.
put my chance in the position for that many years in a row, but like a
I
couple years.
fucked my Andy's team up so bad after the first year And it's been a long rebuild, and I got one more year of rebuilding, but like I'm still playing and I'm still playing, and I'm happy with my rebuild the way it's looking. That's what you got to
Yeah.
do. You got to be excited about the good young players. Got to be excited about drafting players. You know what I mean? And get into
Or
the
just play
other
redraft
side of it.
if you're into it like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you're not
That's
into a
what he
dynasty,
should
just
do.
play redraft. What it is, it's dynasty is like redraft with the cheat code.
Oh yeah.
You get to trade away all your players, and if you're planning on quitting anyways, it doesn't matter because it's not really dynasty. You're
It's such an
doing a
asshole thing
3
to
year.
do, man.
It really is. Like it's just terrible. But it's like what our 4th year in right now.
Yep.
And we had 3 years worth of picks. Yep, 3 year window.
And
Fucking
he's
trade
traded
away your
every
picks and
single
dip out.
pick. Yep. Yikes.
Wild.
All right, let's get started with this one. Oh, sorry, you got something?
No, just the more we learn like about dynasty and shit, the easier it will be to like avoid shit like this too. Like I don't think you should be able to trade away 3 years worth of picks anymore because of shit like that, The 1
Yep,
year.
I agree. Any
the
league
1
I
year's
start
always
from
pretty
now
good.
on, we will be doing either 1 or 2 years, depending on, like Josh said, if it is like a 10-team league, and I'm pretty confident that people are cool, we can do 2 years. But like with the Wake Tucky one, how we did it, we only did 1 year. I really like that a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like Prestige would be good for that too.
It also
It makes
keeps-
this off season more interesting because
it
more
keeps
people
the
are going to be
teams
willing to
closer.
trade. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. But okay, let's start with the Giants here. The Giants potentially losing Saquon Barkley because of Daniel Jones means the QB market is unsustainable. I could agree with that. And this is from USA Today Sports. So let's see here. Oh no, I gotta move this one. Okay. After a resurgent 2022 season, it seemed clear Daniel Jones and reigning coach of the year, Brian Daboll, should get more time to work together. If you help a franchise to its first playoff win in over a decade, it's not a mix people are so readily willing to walk away from. Unfortunately, per a recent report from Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio, giving Jones the compensation he's potentially seeking might mean the loss of vital stud Saquon Barkley. With both Jones and Barkley set to be unrestricted free agents, barring new deals, the Giants seem to have found themselves in quite the pickle. Yeah, I'd say. It's especially the case when noting that Jones reportedly changed his agent representation from CAA to Athletes First. Why? He apparently wants a ludicrous amount of money for a quarterback with really only one quality season under his belt. So what does Jones want? There's 2 possibilities. 1, he's willing to do a deal for less than CAA is willing to accept. 2, he wants more than CAA is able to get. As one source explains, it's the latter. Jones wants more than the Giants have offered, possibly as much as $45 million a year or more. Holy shit! Vanilla Vick trying to get paid.
Big
Why would
time.
why would a potential minimum of $45 million be such an absurd average annual value for Jones? According to Over the Cap, it's the same money Patrick Mahomes gets compensated yearly. The league MVP and Super Bowl MVP. Unless you're beyond devout Giants fan, you'd be hard pressed to find anyone who believes Jones plays worth that amount as much as Mahomes. Yeah, no fucking shit.
Anybody that watches quarterbacks would agree with that. That he doesn't deserve Mahomes' money.
So it looks like the Giants are going to use their franchise tag on him, so $32 million in 2023, and then they could just see how it is for 1 year. You know what I mean? And if he goes out and he balls out again, then maybe you got to give him the $45 million or whatever. But then if you do this, he's gonna be like, "Well, I want $55 million or more or whatever." Like, it's crazy.
Whoa! How did we get to a point where non-elite signal callers? Who wrote this?
Like
no.
Jones, even if the Giants believe he can
Excuse
eventually
me?
be a franchise guy. I don't know. I
That
wouldn't
must
pay
be
him
that
this
same
much.
dude talking shit about Pat Mahomes on that video we watched.
I agree with their assessment, Randy. I'm sorry.
Who
Daniel
talks shit
Jones
about
is
Mahomes
not
again?
elite, dude.
Well, I mean, what
Oh,
is
Stu
elite?
Gotts. That was Stu Gotts. Elite is Pat Mahomes, is Joe Burrow, is Josh
Josh
Oh,
Allen.
Joe
Allen,
Burrow's elite.
is-
Daniel Jones is
oh,
elite.
dude, get out of
Oh
here.
my goodness.
Don't.
Daniel Jones would be
Oh
better than
my
Joe Burrow on
God,
the
dude.
Bengals.
Oh,
What?
110%.
You don't even believe that, do you?
Randy, we're going to lose
Yeah.
all validation if you keep going.
I've been saying this for like 8 months. What do you mean?
Nobody's going to care about what we're going to have to say after this. We're done, dude. Come on.
And until they see
Any
Joe Burrow's
credibility
stats
we
next
ever
year.
had is now gone, Randy. Thank you.
Just
No,
know,
I've
dude, that we
been
don't all
spewing this
believe the
bullshit
same crazy shit that
for a
Randy
long
And
does.
we all know Isaiah Hodgins is better than T. Higgins. So
No.
Oh my god.
Hey, low
I'm
key,
kidding.
Isaiah Hodgins
He is
is the
a
receiver I was trying to buy in that Keith trade.
I mean, I don't love him, but he's a nice little piece. And if you're getting DeAndre Hopkins, you might as well try to get a 25 or less younger receiver that might do something, So
I liked him from week 11 to 16 last season.
yeah, him and
I don't
Daniel
know
Jones
about
really
going
worked it.
forward.
Hodgins was whispering to me, and then he popped the fuck off. I hate you so much, Randy.
Me too, honestly. You told me to pick him up that week. I'm
It's
glad I
worth
won the
it.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Hey, you won Dingleberry. You got
I
it.
know, I'm just being a
Asterisks,
troll.
Oh, here we go. Now Randy's gonna talk about how the Chiefs have an asterisk Super Bowl, and we're gonna have to go through this whole thing
No.
again.
No, officiating is what it is.
Wow, the bigger man, dude, taking the high road.
There's definitely no script.
There's definitely a script. There's 100% a script, bro.
Bradbury's got a mic in his helmet. They're like, "You better hold Juju on this game, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Damn
Even
it,
quit
man.
and make it look ticky tacky as
Yeah,
fuck.
remember the
too.
script.
If you
No,
don't
he-
come out and say you held, I'm gonna do what I did to Kanye. That was in his ear.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
you're
like, oh
getting
shit,
that.
I held.
No.
What was it they gave Kanye? Lithium or
I
no?
don't know,
I can't
yeah.
remember. Whatever that drug was, they're just like shooting. him
Bradbury
full.
didn't want to get the Kanye treatment, dude. So he's like, yeah, bro, I held the fuck out of him.
Bradbury comes to the podium after the game. It's like it's all those tiny hat motherfuckers. I'm telling you.
Wearing an all black outfit. Can't see who he is. We don't even know it's Bradbury.
He's got the gimp man. Gun zips and it's actually Kanye. He was actually the one playing corner in the Super Bowl. Anyways.
Oh God.
I think you're onto something.
Oh no.
So
They're
what do
gonna
you
have to
guys
replay
think?
that last drive.
Where's Saquon going, and should the Giants pay Daniel Jones? What do you think?
Well, they're not going to pay Saquon because of the running back. Like everybody that pays running backs, it really hurts them in the end usually.
Yeah, look at the
I don't know where he's. I have no idea where he's
Cowboys would be
going.
the one
though.
I point at. They gave Zeke that big deal, and it's looking rough right now. And that's the kind of deal Saquon's gonna want too, man.
He's
So
like 26 going to me on 27.
They need to figure out a
Saquon is?
way.
Isn't he? Or is he 25 going on 26?
I think he's younger, hopefully younger. You might be right though. That
I
kind of
think he's
scares me. I'm actually
26
looking
right
it up right
now.
now.
I think he came in 2018.
That doesn't mean
Selfishly,
anything.
I hope Daniel Jones goes and plays for like.
He was born February 9th, 1997.
He's
So he
my
just had a
brother's
birthday.
age. He's 25 or 26.
97 to 2023, 26. Saquon is 26. He just turned 26, so the whole next season will at least be a 26. But if he wants a 5-year deal, be 31 at the end of it. You know? That means you're paying him through his year 30 season, and I'm sure that's the kind of shit he wants. That Zeke contract, I'm sure, right?
Somebody will
He
pay him.
deserves it. Who though?
I
That's
don't know,
the
man.
question. Not the Saints. I can tell you that. They got no
Oh,
money.
shit.
The running back value, the value on running back, man, is just not what it used to be.
Saquon might stay on the market for a while, I think. Honestly.
That's a
Or
good
maybe the
possibility.
Giants will pay Saquon because they're going to franchise tag Daniel Jones. I don't know.
If they want to have a chance, they have to keep them two together.
Yeah, I think Daniel Jones really
can
just
they,
does
though?
not want Saquon to leave, or else he's gonna look like the quarterback that he actually is, dude.
Favorite team to decide where would you want to see him go?
If he have
Kansas
weapons,
City.
I
man.
agree, Josh.
That's why I said
You
favorite
don't want
team
him to go to
decide.
Kansas City, though, dude.
No,
You don't want him to pay
they
Saquon
wouldn't pay
$20
him.
million a year when you got
There's no
Pacheco on
reason
a
to.
7th-round pick fucking rookie deal, and he looks good.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
might as well ride out with a 7th-round pick running back and keep him for at least the next 2 or 3 years. Well, you can on that contract, man.
Hell yeah,
For
dude.
real. I would. And I would not pick up CEH's 5th-year contract. Give him one more
100%
year to
no.
try to do something, make him your 3rd down back, and then you can reevaluate after next season. That's what I would do if I was the Chiefs.
Maybe you can get something for him.
Yeah,
I'd
I
roll
said
with
trade him.
CEH still probably, unless you can trade him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't re-sign McKinnon. I wouldn't, unless he gets really cheap to come back.
The captain?
He had a really good year.
Yeah, he
Get
did,
Daniel
but he's
Jones
31, and you
Stephon
have
Diggs.
CEH who does the same thing as him. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
I'd rather McKinnon than CH, but it depends on how much
Me
it would
too.
cost.
Wasn't
But you
Dalvin
already have
Cook about
CH
to
under
free
contract,
agency?
rookie deal. Yeah, who knows?
The long play for the Giants, man, is to just sign Daniel Jones if they believe in him. He's gonna
Nope.
last so much
But Cook
longer
could
than-
get cut. But yeah, sorry, go ahead, Randy.
Oh
No,
boy.
I think it's long term if the Giants should get Daniel Jones pretty much.
If they believe
you
in
only
him.
they only have a couple year window with Saquon. I say they get him a wide receiver, dude. He has nothing to work with. Absolutely nothing. Josh Allen got
Isaiah the
Stephon
dog
Diggs.
Hodgins, dude.
He'll be like a 3rd receiver or 4th receiver on these other teams. He's their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, he's a baller, dude. Well, I mean, I think Saquon
That
is
just goes to show that Daniel Jones
as
is
good or
I think
better than
I
he's
any
don't know, dude.
receiver.
What about Wandale, dude? Wandale's probably the
He
one,
didn't
bro.
play much.
He's hurt.
And
They're
Saquon
good,
is
but-
as good as any other weapon on those teams. He's as good as Stephon Diggs, in my opinion.
He's just different, you know.
I mean,
Like if you put
it's a
Saquon
different
on
kind
the
of
Bills and
offense,
take
though.
yeah. Josh Allen won't look as good though if you take Stephon Diggs off the Bills and put Saquon there.
Maybe,
put
but
Saquon
a
on
lot
the
of
Bills,
Daniel
it's bad.
Jones, value comes, being Vanilla Vick, dude, running the
Yeah.
ball and being good with his legs, and the whole option game with him and Saquon, like that shit is lethal, dude.
I think with like weapons, he could be a top 12 quarterback.
Top 12, yeah, I agree with that, 100%. He could be,
I'd say Arizona,
I
but
think
their
he already
quarterbacks
was
can't
without
play.
weapons.
dude. Saquon to Arizona would be cool.
Apparently,
Put that
Kyler doesn't want
Connor
to play
for one
there.
more year. If I'm Saquon, I might consider not demand. He should do the Nick Chubb route. Take a good deal, make a lot of money, and be team friendly, dude. That's what he should do. That's what Nick Chubb did with the Browns, and that's why they're able to roll it out the way they are with Deshaun Watson and Nick Chubb and everything. You know what I mean? It's like you got to realize you're a running back, dude. I also know that he's probably like, this is my chance. I'm coming off my rookie deal. This is my one chance to get that fucking massive payday. Then sign a 2-year deal, dude. You know what I mean? And get a massive payday. Then take a team friendly contract somewhere. I don't know. Who knows?
Do they have picks?
Yeah, the Giants didn't
Giants,
trade
yeah,
any of
they
their
should.
picks. I don't think they did they?
I don't think so. But they also did make the playoffs, so they're going to be like 20s, right?
You get a receiver in the 20s.
Probably a nice one too.
Yeah, for sure. You're not going to
They
get the
got
top end guys, like the top
I could
3
see them
probably. But
signing like an older guy, maybe they get a Mike Evans or a D Hop or Michael Thomas.
yeah,
and
they're
get
going to be competing with the Bears, I feel like, too. The Bears are
Keenan
trying to get
Allen.
a receiver, too. Yeah, Keenan Allen's a good one, too.
Like,
Is
gonna be a
Mike
lot
Evans
of
maybe they
leaving
get
the Bucks for
Juju.
sure?
I
I
hope.
don't know. I think he might have 2 years, but who knows? How those things play out.
Right.
Bring his ass to
Once you get towards
Baltimore.
the end of their contract, it's so easy and cheap to cut them. A lot of times they're just like, you know what? Let's just not pay this guy 20 million a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got next? Aaron Jones? Talk about some Aaron Jones. He restructured his deal to stay with the Packers for some reason. It's kind of weird, huh?
Very.
So let's get through this top here. So basically in 2021, he signed a 4-year, $48 million contract, and he restructured last year. And now he's restructuring again this year. He took a $5 million cut in exchange for 8.52 signing bonus. The talented back's $20 million cap number will be reduced. So basically, he's gonna get more money. He's gonna get 8.52 million, but it's not gonna go against the cap. Is that what I'm reading here? What do you guys think?
It just comes as a signing bonus instead of a cap hit.
That's what it seems
Basically.
like to me.
Seems like he's just losing out on a little bit.
It kind of confuses me a bit.
Okay, his agreement will end with the UTEP product earning 11 million in salary in 2023 instead of the 20. So he's gonna get hit on a $9 million less. Jones' previous cap hit was set to lead all running backs in 2023 as nearly 4 million, making a seemingly untenable number for the Packers, who will keep to their Jones-Dillon tandem. And Dillon's rookie contract expires after next year. So they could be totally changing their running backs completely, huh? Or, yeah, he wasn't a first-round pick, AJ Dillon, so no fifth-year option. It's the second straight offseason. Yeah, I saw that already earlier. So let's see here. Due to his bonus conversation, Jones' 2021 to 2023 earnings, 31 million as of now, trail only Christian McCaffrey among running backs, Schefter added on Twitter. This comes despite Jones receiving only 13 million guaranteed at signing, 11th at the position. The 8.52 million signing bonus will replace the $7 million roster bonus that was due next month. So basically, he is taking a hit, it looks like, huh?
Yeah, pretty decent one. Looks like about 9 or 10 mil.
Now that I see that he was going to get a roster bonus, he's not. You know what I mean? Like, that actually does make a big difference for him. So they're saving around 8 to 10 million in cap space, it looks like, restructuring Aaron Jones. But now it's getting into like Amon Green and shit that I really don't care about. So I thought it was interesting.
Definitely.
Jamal Williams, like how they let him go. I was just reading down a little bit. They let
Yeah.
Jamal Williams go and he went and did all that shit with the Lions. They're probably like, man, if we let Aaron Jones go, he's gonna go
You
somewhere.
already know how good he is, dude.
Yeah. It's more risky than letting Jamal Williams go.
I
There's
think
other teams frothing for him.
AJ Dillon will cut into more. I mean, we say it every year though, so who knows, man? What
I
do you guys think?
I think it's this year, man. I think we were a year early on it because now they got Jordan Love probably going to be the quarterback. I think they're going to run the football, take the pressure off of him throwing it so much. I think it's gonna be.
You think they're both
gonna be-
fantasy valuable?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be what we thought it was last year, but this year
Okay.
without if they lose Rodgers. If they keep
Yeah.
Rodgers, then who the fuck knows?
Towards
but-
the end of the year, it was like we thought, you know, early on in the year, it was like all Aaron Jones really, but then at the end, it was like they really were kind of, I think Aaron Jones was a little dinged up maybe too. Might have had something to do
Yeah.
with it. He wasn't like super hurt, but he wasn't himself exactly at the end of the year. But yeah, they were really starting to really actually run AJ Dillon too towards the end.
Yeah,
So
he was my biggest
maybe it's signs of
disappointment at one
things to
point.
come, you know.
Yeah.
You'll probably be able to get him at a good spot too.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's gonna be a big buy, I think, probably in this offseason. I'd buy him for sure because he's cheap right now, really cheap,
Yeah, I think
especially
people
with
are
this
gonna be
Aaron
low on him.
Jones restructuring. Oh man, he's a pretty good buy right now, man. I like that.
I think he's my running back 4 in
I have
Dingleberry.
him in Prestige, I think. Not sure. I
Alright.
got him from Swan.
AJ Dillon.
Although,
Yeah,
no, I don't know. His value might be higher than Stevenson's right now. I
he's
don't
on
know.
his rookie deal, and no, Stevenson's value is definitely higher. He's on his rookie deal, and he might not even get another deal with the Packers though. And I think he's like 24 or 25 already, so it's a little. He's not like some grade A amazing, you know,
I think you get
asset.
him as a throw-in, like
Exactly.
easily. If you're trying to make a deal happen,
If you're
instead of
getting a
giving, like,
receiver,
second
you
and
know,
third for him or something weird that someone might not want to do.
imagine if you're getting a receiver and you're trading it for a running back, and you want to get a running back throwing on your way back through. Maybe AJ Dillon would be a great, piece to throw in on that deal. Honestly,
Mhm.
I'd say it's definitely worth it if you wanted to get AJ Dillon. You're trying to get that receiver.
think- mostly I agree with Josh though. I do think that this might be the year they really run the ball. I do think
hope
they're going to
so.
try to get the ball to Christian Watson too, though, for sure.
Romeo Dobbs.
Or
Yeah, I like
Romeo.
Romeo.
You could probably get Romeo Dobbs in the cheap right now too. I bet you.
Christian
Be good.
Watson's so
Number 2.
expensive.
I wonder how Love's play action game is.
Alan Lazard's Gonzo, I know for sure.
He'll be on like a Texans or something.
I'm
No,
very
they're already.
curious.
I saw the rumors. He's gonna go to Cleveland, dude. The big
Alan
signing for the
Lazard.
Browns. Alan Lazard. Alan Lazard.
Hey, I'll take
Deontay
it. Sign him
Johnson,
up,
and
baby. Let's
Juju,
go. No,
baby.
no. Getting carried away. Alan Lazard, sign me up. That way, there's way less likely that I get one of those other douchebags.
Oh, it's
I
always
would
going to sit behind
love to watch you
DPJ.
have to root for Deontay Johnson and Juju.
Me
dude.
too. It'd be so fun.
Yeah.
And I'm a Browns fan. I still think it would be hilarious because I don't hate him like Randy. So,
And Amari
Yeah.
Cooper.
Amari Cooper worked out. I'm happy we got Amari, dude. He's
He
Oh,
was
cool.
I
one
know
over my
that.
heart.
I just know Randy wasn't happy with Amari Cooper going into that.
I called him Amari Pooper for like 4 years, dude.
Oh no, this is not my one.
And
I
then he
still
got traded to
can't believe-
Cleveland. And I was like, oh, is that Amari Super Cooper?
I can't believe the
Lazy.
Cowboys traded him for
Yeah.
a 5th. You guys fucking robbed the Cowboys on that. I think Jerry Jones is fucking stupid.
I think he's a cool guy.
Jerry Jones. Oh, I heard he's a racist because he watched some people fight during segregation or something. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. Don't be a bigot.
Seems pretty based.
Randy's a bigot.
Not in his contracts, he isn't. He's not based on Zeke's contract. He's an idiot.
So, what are the Saints going to do at quarterback, dude? I don't even really care to read this article.
Daniel Jones. The Giants are going to sign Saquon.
The Saints have no cap space, Randy.
None.
None. They literally have no cap space. They have the least amount of cap space in the NFL.
Do they have any good
And you
defensive
think they're
players?
going to get freaking Daniel Jones on $45 million a year?
You just got to
like-
start cutting some shit off.
Yeah, Cam Jordan, you're
Everything.
out of here.
Cut everything off. They all their money, I think, has to be in their defense and their offensive line because they have no real skill position players except for Kamara and Thomas.
Do they
And
have
Michael
good
Thomas
There's
defensive
a
took a
players?
lot.
pay cut, all right.
There's a lot.
Yeah, he's a rookie though. He's not.
I
It's
know,
not
I
a
know.
big amount of money. I'm
I
just
just
trying.
didn't
Like,
wanna-
where's
I
their
just wanna
cap?
talk about it.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Chris Olave.
Yesterday when we were talking, somebody said Baker. I think Cody said Baker might go to the Saints, and Randy, without
Yeah.
missing a beat, goes, "Oh, that's it. I like Garrett Wilson better than Olave."
The tides have turned.
It's official. I
Oh,
mean,
man.
what other
Wait for the
options are they
big
gonna have with no cap space and no
They're-
pick?
Marcus
Oh,
Mariota.
bro.
Oh,
I mean,
He's
no,
cut
not
from
Mike.
the Falcons.
They're gonna
Who'd you
get
guys rather
Marcus
have?
Mariota.
Mariota
no.
or Baker, dude?
Fucking
Baker.
They're the same thing.
Oh my God,
being
poor
said-
Baker.
Flip-
That
flip a
being said,
coin,
if
dude.
that being said, if Mariota gets signed by the Saints, he's gonna be my backup in Dingleberry.
Oh my God.
I say
He'll
you get
be on
both
that
of them, just have them
waiver.
compete.
I don't know if Baker's on the waiver.
Oh my God.
be the hottest quarterback competition.
They
in the
can't
whole
afford
Baker
NFL.
one,
versus
let alone
Mariota.
both of them, bro.
Well,
Oh no,
Mariota's
they got cut
free
one
at
by
this
the
point.
by preseason. They got cut one. They just gotta.
Yeah, they're already in the negative though.
Baker is probably going to want a little bit of cash, but I'm pretty sure Mariota's basically free at this point. He's probably not expecting to start either, you know?
He'll
You
just
can
Probably
give
pay
him-
them
for
a
a
little
place
bit
to
to-
sleep, bro. You just give him a
It's
pillow
wild. The
and a
number
bunk
one
bed.
pick is about to be on his 4th team since he got drafted. It's wild to me.
It happens. I don't
Yeah,
think
Clowney.
Was
Baker's
he
that
number
bad.
one or was he number two? I thought Winston
He was
went
the
I
first.
first
thought-
pick. Baker?
Yeah.
Oh, I
first
thought we were
pick
talking about
of the
Mariota
draft.
for some reason.
No, yeah, you're right about that. Winston definitely went before him. And I think, I don't even know if quarterback went first that year, did it?
Winston went first, I
Winston
think,
went
and then Mariota
yeah,
went like third or fourth or
two,
something.
I think.
Is it two?
They
Yeah.
were 1 and 2, I'm pretty sure.
They were both kind of
Yeah,
bust.
maybe. They both suck. So
I remember
okay.
not wanting Baker Mayfield.
Winston had a 5,000 yard season, didn't
Yeah, he threw like 34 interceptions.
I
And
was not
motherfucker could throw.
happy.
He can throw the ball. He's great for fantasy. He's great for Chris Olave's air yards, dude. You know, unrealized air yards. He's huge quarterback. If you want to look at your stat sheet and it says unrealized air yards, he's a quarterback for you, dude. Let me tell you.
Yeah. If you want to just imagine how cool your life would be if those were realized.
You remember when Marcus
Like 800
Mariota beat
yards
the
in a
Chiefs
game.
in the playoffs by throwing a touchdown pass to himself, dude?
No, but I've heard you tell me that before. I don't remember it though.
Oh,
Bugs
dude.
Bunny.
I thought I was gonna be done watching football after that happened, dude.
To
I could have blew my eyes.
be fair,
Was
mine
it like in the
was,
backyard where you throw it
Billy
up in there
Cundiff.
and then you run down the field and you catch it yourself? You know?
Yeah, like
Oh,
Bugs
dude,
Bunny.
they're like inside the 5 yard line. He throws the pass. The Chief tips it down and he catches it at his feet and just runs into the end
Oh
zone.
my god!
I saw Drew Brees do that, but I don't think it was a touchdown. He was
They're
so
kinda
short, it
stupid
bounced
touchdowns.
back
Title
at
my
him.
whole lifetime.
Is
Dude,
that a
Baker
passing
is a new
touchdown
Drew
and a
Brees.
reception?
Right,
And a
What?
receiving touchdown? Did he get like
dude. Wait a
I know.
minute.
14
What does
points
that
for
mean
that
for
play?
fantasy?
Yeah,
Did he
fantasy.
get- Did he get 2
He
touchdowns?
should have got a
We didn't
completion.
pay
We
attention
have
to
to
fantasy
know.
like that at that time.
What
We
game
have
was
to-
this, Josh? What
Receptions,
year?
2 touchdowns and 5 yards.
I don't know. I don't remember the year.
I'm
That's
gonna dig
whatever.
deep.
It's funny. So
Imagine you're down like 10 or 12 points and like you think you have no chance to win, dude, going into that. Dude scores
imagine you're
14
up
on
10
one.
points and that happens, dude. You're like, oh, that's easy. There's
Oh,
no way.
man. That's brutal.
But yeah, Mike, you were
15-point
saying
play.
yesterday, right? Baker's the new Drew Brees. Wasn't that you that said that, or was that Randy?
Might
I
have
think
been
that was
Randy.
Mike.
No,
One of you two said it yesterday.
that was not me.
Look, dude, that's the most disrespectful shit I've ever heard in my life.
I've been more than fair with Baker this amount of time, but I never said that's Drew Brees.
Well, if he goes to the Saints, he's a midget quarter. Oh, sorry, he's a little person quarterback that goes to the Saints, dude. I just said it anyway. I might as well just
Could
own
be
it.
could be the next Drew
Got him
Brees.
turned into Mike. I'm gonna be the one saying horrible things that gets us kicked off YouTube.
Yeah,
dude.
fuck you, Valorant.
Oh, no.
Moving on.
You're banned from Valorant. dude. It's
All
fine.
right,
I hope they
so
watch this shit.
you guys both can take 50% of the blame for calling
Sounds-
Baker Mayfield.
sounds
the
good.
new-
I didn't say.
It
like
was
a
Randy
really,
for
really-
sure. Now I know it was Randy. He's willing to take half the blame for it. So.
Brady's like, oh, half. Yeah, I could do half. It's a lot better than full.
I hate this article and I don't even want to read it because the first line is despite Deshaun Watson facing 30 accusers of sexual harassment and or assault, the Cleveland Browns traded for no, I'm good. Let's just talk about how ridiculous the amount of money we're paying Deshaun Watson is, dude.
He got
Trey
paid so
forgot
much
that
money.
one.
You
No,
guys
Trey
had to put.
hates me. Trey's
You guys
like, I
had to
hate
put
when
money
people
in
say
escrow.
we. Remember that yesterday, Randy? Were you here when he said that?
I didn't
I
know what
hate
the
when
fuck he
people
was talking
say
about.
we, because his dad was talking about the Bengals and he said we. I want us, or us is what he said. Us. Trey's like, I don't
That's
say that. I'm not on the team. It's like, oh my.
They're not from Kentucky. They're from Kentucky. They're not from Ohio. Cincinnati can try all at once.
Yeah, we here at Botheads really really like House and Girth.
Oh no. Yeah, I love Girthy. I'm just saying. It
We
made me,
here
it
at
made me
Botheads.
face palm when he said that yesterday. I was just like, oh no.
I didn't know what else to say, so I had to say something.
He's also our Cowboys fan friend who hates Dak as well, just like Josh.
He hates Dak as much as Josh. It's crazy. He's a Cowboys fan that hates Dak as much as Josh does. Imagine. That's some real hatred, dude.
You guys paid Deshaun so much money to put money into escrow. That's how much fucking money it was.
Deshaun Watson to make $55 million from 2023 to 2026, dude. Holy poop.
Worth. Have fun signing quarterbacks. Now look at all these teams trying to sign their quarterbacks that can't,
Yeah,
dude.
now Daniel Jones wants
Um,
45 million. That's where
How
we're
far
at,
did we
dude.
have to go? We had to go all the way down to this part of the article for them to finally say, if we just focus on football, if you would just shut up and only focus on football, that would be great. I'm reading a sports article, not a fucking culture article, dude. Like,
That's pretty
so
ironic
it,
that
it
statement
irritates
was there.
me.
Did
All
you see the
this.
rest of it? Did you see the rest? It said despite whatever, he only had like a decent, what was it? It wasn't particularly good. He didn't play for 700 fucking days, dude. You try not doing something for 700 days and go back and just get right into the swing of things. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
I could do it.
God damn it.
Randy still thinks he can play tight end in the NFL, so just ignore him.
Yeah, he should have been in the NBA, honestly.
Oh, here we go.
He's Birdman.
He's
I
better
was
than Travis
born.
Kelce at tight end. Don't you guys know? That's what you're saying the other fucking day.
I mean,
National Tight Ends Day.
You were like, if
If
I
I-
was taller and blah blah
Yeah.
blah, I could be Travis Kelce. Like,
if I lived Travis Kelce's life and he lived mine, you know, it's a hard path to the NFL.
he's from Cleveland Heights.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing. What do you mean? What
My
life
shit was
did he
way
have?
my shit was way cushier, dude. He wouldn't have been
Oh,
wouldn't have
okay.
been nearly as hard. He would have been a little bitch.
I didn't have to do shit. That's why I'm a bitch.
Oh my God.
Randy Jesus. Dude. Calling himself out here, dude.
Oh man.
So yeah, Deshaun Watson's 27. He hasn't played at a high level since 2020. Oh my God. I hope he comes out and pops off, dude.
Miles
MVP.
Garrett at the cap number of 30 million and Amari
Worth
Cooper
every
at
dollar.
24.
Every
Oh,
dollar.
absolutely.
Wow,
Those two
that is
players
kind of
account
crazy though.
half of the Browns salary cap.
Yikes. Shots
Damn,
fired, you guys. Are the Browns just screwed you? Honestly, are they screwed?
that's a lot
I'd
of
say
money, bro.
I'd say they'd have to do some working. Like I think Amari would have to negotiate his
We
contract.
should have
to
done
work
this
it down.
first. This is the last topic of the podcast, and it's just going to depress me the rest of the day, dude. I didn't read that last part about half of our salary cap's tied up into 3 players, dude. And Deshaun,
sure
there
it's-
ain't getting out of that, dude. There's no getting out of that Watson
No.
contract.
Top 3
Guaranteed
quarterback in
money.
the NFL. Best defensive end in the NFL.
Mari's
far.
the one.
Amari Cooper's gonna get reworked. We got him for nothing. Like we got him for his contract, basically.
I think he said he was willing to work on it too, so that might actually play into your favor. Like I saw something about that. Like
And the
Good
salary
news
cap's
is-
going up, right?
Yeah, we have David Bell, who's a rookie on a rookie deal, 2nd-round pick, right? We have
DPJ.
DPJ, who's a late 6th-round pick, who's still on his rookie deal for another year, so that'll be cheap. So we have cheaper pieces. Like Josh was saying, we also have a lot of like young players too. Like our secondary is just littered with like rookie contracts.
Our
I
running
think we
back's
had to give
already
Denzel,
locked up.
but yeah,
Yeah, you guys just signed Denzel, didn't you? Like just re-signed him.
yeah. But we have
Ja,
Emerson and
Emerson looked good.
yeah, Greedy even though he never freaking plays, but
He's
We're
always
gonna
hurt.
have to get rid of some players in a couple years that we're not gonna want to get rid of, or rework some deals, or make a trade or something. Because we have a lot of good
Yeah.
young players coming up, and they're gonna want to get paid. Like, I can see
Um,
Jock popping
we
off.
already suck, and all of our
Yes.
good young players are gonna want more money. So
Yeah.
how screwed are
gonna be
we?
pretty
Since we
brutal.
didn't cover this the other day, there are some brain damaged Cleveland fans for some of the ideas they're pitching on this radio show.
I know trading Nick Chubb. I heard you.
For like what? Why? Oh,
It's
we're
not the
we're-
worst thing. I love
not
Nick
the
Chubb,
worst
but it's
thing.
not the worst thing, unfortunately.
Sucks. It sucks. But if you
I
guys
hated
aren't
it.
Browns fans, you'd say the same thing, though. You know.
I hate it to think about it, but
Yeah.
like looking at our salary cap and having 3 players making that much money, then maybe we can't afford to pay a running back as much as
well, that you guys can
hold on,
use
let
it
me pull up
first.
Nick Chubb's contract here.
Nick Chubb will go to another team and run in the Super Bowl.
I know.
That's my concern.
No, like
I mean, if it happens,
will
it happens.
happen. It's such a Cleveland thing to do. I say we have a fat 2-year window that we send this shit.
So he's only guaranteed 20 million, not too bad. He's under contract for this year coming up and 1 more. His base salary is only less than 12 million still. He really did sign a team friendly contract, honestly. But his cap hit is a lot more.
I think cap
That
goes
is
up
a-
again by 2024, though, right?
That is a really
And-
selfless contract for him because he was balling that entire time before. we got that
3-year,
contract.
$28 million is not bad.
I say we keep him 100%.
He's 28.
Yeah, he's gonna be 28 next year.
Shit, if you were able to trade him and get a couple first, it might not be the worst thing. Even though I
Nobody's
hate the
giving us a
idea.
couple first, dude.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Not in
Trade
the
him and
NFL.
draft Jameer Gibbs, dude.
Don't
Have a
you
pass-catching running
play
back.
with my emotions like that,
Have a
Josh?
pass-catching running back out the
Because I
back.
love Nick Chubb and I do not want to trade him, but man, if we got Jamar Gibbs, dude,
It
oh,
sucks when you lose.
I
Like
love him, dude.
I loved Jamal Charles, dude, but at some point, those players gotta go, man.
He
You
is a
know,
27-year-old running back. Let's be honest. He's gonna be 28 next
Jamal
year. Is
Charles,
that
one of my
what we
favorite
just
players.
saw
And
too?
Priest Holmes, he left. Larry
I say he
Johnson when
has
he started
two
beating up
fucking. I
girls.
think he's running his best right now. Nick Chubb. I think he's
I
legit in
don't
his
think
prime.
it's. I don't think he's running his best, but I do think he's still in his prime. I think a couple of years ago, Nick Chubb was like, I don't even know,
Probably.
dude. When he was 25, Nick Chubb was
Do you
insane.
believe he'll be a top 5 running back this year? I think he
Yeah.
could be.
He will be as long as he stays healthy. He will be for sure. But the problem is that the year after that, he might be able to cling on to that top 10, top 12. But after that, he's gonna be 30, dude. There ain't, you know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
everyone's
Father
Derrick
time.
Henry.
Father time.
Yep.
It's a bitch.
2-year window, man. That's all we got. So if they don't think we can win a Super Bowl in 2 years,
If you can trade Nick Chubb for a cheaper running back, and then we can spend our money on these young players that we want to re-sign, because I don't want to see Emerson and all these players walk
Yeah.
away because we got money tied up in a 28-year-old running back. That's my only thing, dude. Like legitimately. And Emerson played so well as a second round pick corner. I know he was a rookie last year, but there ain't no 5th-year option for him. You know what I mean? We got this year coming up and 2 more, and that's it. And
Yeah,
you
if
know
we
we're
do
not going to want to
sell-
let it get to the end to sign him because he's unrestricted free agent, and
Yeah.
who knows?
And then teams will be jumping at the bits to do it.
if we do sell him, I want like something that
I want a
like,
first round pick. I want a first
Yeah.
round pick for him. I know it seems unrealistic because it probably is.
I'll
But that's
be
what I
upset
want.
if we get like a mid-second or like a 3rd-round pick for Nick Chubb.
If it's a
I at
third,
least
that's
want a top
terrible.
of the second, at least a top of the second pick, because you can get Jamar Gibbs at the top of the second, and then you can pay him rookie contract. You know what I mean? Then you're not paying him as much, and it could be better. But
Or a good
Yeah.
wide
If
receiver.
we trade him away, better not be for some
if
bullshit.
we trade Nick Chubb away, we better hold on to Amari Cooper, because that'd be the
Yeah.
point. You want to keep those 3 players, then we're gonna have to make cuts other places, and that's the whole point I'm making with this. You know, I'd almost rather. I don't even
Move
know. I
Amari
don't know what to
Cooper.
do.
I'd rather move Amari Cooper than Nick Chubb.
But then it's like we really will. Like, if you move Nick Chubb, you can get a running back in the 6th, 7th round that can run the ball. You know, just draft 3 running backs, and one of them will turn out to be pretty good. You know what I mean? But receivers is another issue.
Yeah. We just have to change our
Hard
whole
to get good
dynamic.
receivers, man. And we have Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
So.
Who already kind of doesn't go with the whole hand the ball to your running back bullshit.
They're one of the hardest people to predict that will go good in the NFL, the receivers sometimes, because you can look great in college, but like that's not the same amount of open you are in the NFL.
True that, man. We'll see.
Makes me
Receivers have
nervous,
been better
though.
lately, though. I will say.
Yeah,
lately.
the draft class
But
has been
before
insane
lately, I feel like it's just because the college they're running these like NFL level offenses. You know, these receivers are already used to running the spread and
Mhm.
whatever. So.
The game's faster. Like the cornerbacks already coming out. A couple cornerbacks are like NFL ready too.
Yeah,
So
Sauce
you got
is
that
the best
competition.
cornerback in the NFL this year.
Yeah,
Right, Sauce is a beast, and Emerson's a 2nd-round pick, and he's out there playing. He's our best. He's as good as Denzel. It seems like sometimes when you're watching the game
Yeah,
as a
he's
Browns
always in the
fan,
right spot, man.
you're like,
I'm not
holy
giving up
crap,
on
this
that.
dude is unstoppable.
I love
over the
Kansas
field.
City's young secondary, bro.
Yeah, same with me in Cleveland. But the problem
Really
is we
do.
don't have the rest, and we're paying Watson more than you're paying frickin' Mahomes, and we had to trade 1st-round picks for him. You drafted Mahomes. Why can't we just draft a frickin' quarterback, man? You know,
We always
that's how
pass
you
on and
do
pick the
it.
bomb.
You have to draft the quarterback, otherwise, because, dude, paying Watson $55 million a year, that sucks. But you're gonna have to do it eventually if you do get that top tier. You're gonna have to pay somebody $50 million a year at this point. You know.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is we can't give away 3 first-round picks and then pay him $50 million. That shit's crazy.
It cripples
That's why
the
you
fuck
draft
out of
them.
your team.
That's why you draft quarterbacks.
Plus, you get them on 4 to 5 years on rookie deals.
Cheap.
Rookie
Yep. If
contract.
they're really good, then you get the cheap 4 years. Yeah. Even 5 probably if you draft them in the 1st round. Which if you're drafting a quarterback, you probably are. But that makes me think that's why the Eagles are so panicking right now. Mostly you would have another year. They don't have that other year because Hurst was a 2nd-round pick. They don't have that 5th-year option. You know what I mean? So he's got what? Just this? Isn't this his 4th year coming up right now? It's because he sat
least
year
third.
1.
Yeah, I
He
believe
played
so.
last year and this year. Yeah, I
Yep.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his last year of his rookie deal right now. So that's why I see all these rumors about how much money he's going to get paid.
In
He better get
Baltimore.
paid more than Daniel Jones, dude.
He's gonna wait for that Daniel Jones deal to drop. He's gonna be like, this Vanilla Vick getting 45, bro. I'm
Double.
gonna need 55, bro.
If Hurst
Double
is
that.
smart, he'll wait all the way till the end. He'll be the last one to sign
He's
a deal.
smart. He's smart.
Yeah.
He'll do it.
Oh, they're gonna sign
And
him.
the only way that he does it right now is if he really is just trying to make it work for the team.
Yeah,
Just
if
get
he's
it
like,
out
you
of the
know
way.
what's more
If he's like, I don't
important,
give a fuck about my
I'll
contract. I just
sign
want to
40
make a decent
million
amount
a
of
year.
money. Yep.
Yep.
What
10
is he
he signs
gonna
a-
years.
do right after
That'd be
losing the
awesome
Super
of
Bowl?
him.
How
If
much
he
are they
did that, I
paying
would
AJ
love him
Brown?
more somehow. I don't know how you could love someone more than I love Jalen Hurts, but man, if he did that, I'd be like, dude,
I
what a
think the
fucking
Eagles have like low key
beast,
crept
dude.
into like one of my top 3 favorite teams. I'm really
They
glad
have
that
uh,
How
Brennan's
much are they
changed it.
paying
a lot of
AJ
capital, man.
Brown?
I don't know, probably a lot.
I imagine it's like
They
top
signed him
5,
to a
right?
new contract when they traded for him. I
Hmm.
just don't know what it is.
Probably a
Look it
lot.
up.
Let's see what I
Look it
got.
up.
I'll get.
AJ Brown contract. He signed a 4-year, $100 million extension. Be a free agent until after 2026.
So 25 a year.
Not 20.
24
Yeah. Be
or
29.
2020. Yeah.
So let's see here. Base salary. He didn't make shit, but he's making 20 million, 15 million, and 30 million the next 3 years. How is his base salary only?
Was that from the tight ends rookie contract still?
Must be. Then he probably had this 3-year extension added on where he's actually gonna get paid now, huh?
Yeah, that's probably what he was owed with Tennessee before they traded him, right? That 1 million.
No, they gave him $40 million signing bonus to basically make his 2022 and 2023 salary less, you know? So like here's a
Okay,
shitload of money and now we can work the cap a little easier, you know?
that makes sense.
I think that's what that means right here. Guaranteed signing bonus plus 2022 salary and 2023 compensation. So
It's a lot of millions.
Getting a lot of that money.
yeah, that's all I got today, boys. You got anything to add or?
No,
I don't
not
think so.
really.
I was trying to think if there's
I
any
had a
rumors
couple
I
of things
saw.
that I wrote down, or took pictures of that I want to talk about, but maybe we'll just do it Saturday or something, maybe. Figure
Okay.
something out. I'm just trying
That's
to take a
good.
leak and play some Valorant, bro.
All right, we'll be back on Wednesday with another underdog draft. You guys excited?
I'm
Yes, sir.
excited.
I'm excited to watch. I'll see you guys Saturday.